Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be bringing out a video for you guys that I've been waiting for all year, and that is going to be ranking every show that I saw in 2021. Now, I've already kind of talked about some of the stuff on the podcast episode that me and Nick double uploaded, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth on some of these shows here, and I also am bringing this out a little bit later than at the start of the year because I was waiting for the Dexter New Blood finale to finish, and we'll get to talking about that. But yeah, today just going to be talking about each show. I saw 18 different shows here in 2021, and for these, any show that I saw at least one season of is included on this list. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be talking about each show and ranking them from 18 to 1. And coming in here at number 18, we have the Queens Gambit. Now, I know that it is in last place here on the list, but I still really enjoyed this show. If you really like shows about competitions and tournaments, you will really like this show. I really just started watching this on a whim because I kept seeing it popping up on my Twitter, and it was a pretty decent show. You know, it's really quick to get through. It's about 7 episodes. And the final episode, Endgame, is one of the best finales of shows. One of the better finales that I've seen. It's just so great. You feel so victorious. The lead role, Beth Harmon, such a great character in the show. And I love a lot of the side characters too, like Benny, Belte, Jolene, and all of them. It's just really great. So for me, coming in at 18th, but still a really good show, The Queen's Gambit. Next here, coming in at number 17, we have Scream, the TV series. Now, this was one that I ended up watching around Halloween time. A buddy of mine recommended it to me, and it was pretty good. I didn't know how this would work because, you know, I'm like, how could they adapt Scream from a movie to a TV series? But they really did a good job with it. You know, you follow these kids in high school age in Lakewood, and you find out about early on about this guy who is named Brandon James, who they kind of make a similar Ghostface mask for. I'll put a picture up here. And yeah, basically it's him. He was a serial killer back in the day who used to wear this Ghostface mask, and now there's a new killer who's been wearing the Ghostface mask. Of course, the Brandon James mask, and is going around killing people throughout the town. And of course, the mystery of Scream is who did it. So basically, the entire show, they follow those killers, and then you trying to catch the killers, and you got to try and predict who it is. They have a season 1 and a season 2 and a Halloween special. They had a season 3. I did not watch season 3. I heard it was horrible, and it had nothing to do with the original 2 seasons. And this is a show that is rumored to come back, so I'll definitely be on that if they continue back with the original story, because it did leave it off on a cliffhanger with the Halloween special being the last thing that they produced that was from the original characters. So yeah, coming in at number 17, we have Scream of the T. Coming in here at number 16, we have Total Drama here. And now this is a show that I ended up watching because of Squid Game, which would be higher up on this list here. I just was like seeing all this competition with Squid Game, and I was like, man, Total Drama, I kind of want to get back into that, because I did see some of this when I was growing up, but not a lot. So I definitely wanted to give it a chance, and I watched the entire first season. I've seen some episodes into season 2, so I saw Total Drama Island and a few in Total Drama Action, and I really liked this show. You know, really great animated show, one of the best that Cartoon Network ever put out, and it's just really cool. All the characters are very unique. My favorites, of course, being Owen, Duncan, and Bridget would be my top 3 of the group, especially from season 1. I just think that the characters are so unique and so different, and they're just all different and unique in their own way. I really like that about them. And it's like a reality show, but without the reality. It's just, it's really cool. So coming in here at number 16 on my list, we have Total Drama. Coming in here next at number 15, I have a show that I talked about in a previous video, and that's going to be Undeclared. Now, Undeclared, of course, was a really older show. You know, it came out in 2001 and ran until 2003. And I really liked it. Definitely one that should have went on for longer. A really great cast of characters. Really a lot of great actors from this show. They went on to do really great projects later on. This is just a really fun show. If you really like shows that take place in college, drama and comedy mix, you will definitely like Undeclared. It's a really easy watch to get through. Only, I believe it's 17 episodes, so really easy. It's just kind of hard to find online, but of course, it's on YouTube for free if you can deal with that lower quality. It is on YouTube for free, so you can watch it on there. So yeah, coming in here at number 15, Undeclared. Coming in here at number 14, I have South Park. Now for me, South Park, this is a show that I definitely need to get into more because I've seen probably around 25 to 30 episodes in total of South Park. I'm not someone who's seen a ton of it, but it is a pretty good show. It definitely can make it higher up for me on my all-time list if I've seen a lot more of it. It's definitely a good show. I've seen some really great episodes from it, and I definitely want to get into it more. And yeah, South Park's a really good show, one of the better shows in animation. I can't believe it's still going on, and then now they're doing all this pandemic specials, which is really great. And yeah, so South Park for me comes in at number 14, but I could definitely see this one going higher up on my all-time ranking the more I watch it. Coming in here at number 13 on my list of every TV show that I saw in 2021, I have Eastbound and Down. Now, Eastbound and Down is just a great, great dark comedy starring Danny McBride, Katie Mixon are the two main leads. Then, of course, the character of Stevie and Kenny Powers have such great chemistry and banter back and forth. It basically follows this guy named Kenny Powers, who was a former Major League Baseball player who, kind of got knocked out of the league, and it's kind of like his comeback story back into the major leagues, but it follows a lot more than that. It follows, his friendships and eventually with his family. It's really great, it's a really funny show if you've seen it. It's a really quick watch too. I believe it's like 28 or 29 episodes, 4 seasons long. Season 3 being my favorite season. I really feel like that could have ended at season 3 and been good with that, because it was really interesting how they kind of ended that season. But season 4 was great as well. Just a very nice dark comedy show. If you get like stuff like Family Guy, you'll like this kind of humor. So yeah, coming in at number 13, Eastbound and Down. Coming in here at number 12, we have The Sopranos. Now, The Sopranos could definitely make it higher on my all-time list if I've seen more seasons of it. I only saw 2 seasons of this year, and it was definitely at the earlier part of the year. I really did like it. I just was watching a whole bunch of other stuff that I really wanted to get into more, that I kind of put it off to the side. But 2022, I will definitely be finishing The Sopranos. It'll be coming out, with the character tiers for you guys, maybe some other stuff from the show, and talking about it. So The Sopranos, number 12 on my list, a really good show. Definitely need to get myself into it. I love mob and mafia stuff, so definitely a show for me that I need to watch more of, but comes in here at number 12 on my list of TV shows that I saw in 2021. Now, coming in here at number 11, we have The Wonder Years. Now, this was a show that I just really wanted to check out because I was really feeling about checking out a show of coming of age life, and the 2 shows that I was deciding between was The Wonder Years and Boy Meets World, which Boy Meets World is another one that I kind of want to get back into because I remember seeing it a lot growing up, but I don't remember much about it. But yeah, The Wonder Years, what a great show. Kevin Arnold, a great character on the show. Easily my favorite character from the show. I really love his relationship building with everyone on the show. Him with his dad have a great bond. Him and Paul, his best friend, and Winnie, eventually his girlfriend. It's really great. I'm in the middle of season 4, so I still have to watch the final 2.5 seasons of it. But I've absolutely been loving this show. Goodbye. Wow, that was just a crazy episode with Mr. Collins. Easily my favorite of the entire show. And all I have to say about The Wonder Years is you don't have to grade it. It's an A. And The Wonder Years comes in at number 11 on every show that I saw this year. Coming in here at number 10, I have Mayans MC. Now, I did talk about Mayans MC in my most anticipated shows of 2022 with season 4 coming out, but I saw all 3 seasons. I saw the first 2 seasons at the start of 2021, and I saw season 3 while it was airing this year, and it was really great. I really like this show. I know a lot of people in the Sons of Anarchy universe are kind of mixed on it, whether or not they like it or not. I do like it. I really want to see some more with it though. I really do like the Santo Padre charter of Mayans, and their connections with the Galindo cartel, and then the civil war that they have with the other charters going on right now. It seems really interesting. I want to know what's going to happen with a lot of these characters. I want to see, Easy and Angel end up growing together. So yeah, number 10 here, Mayans MC. Coming in here at number 9, we have 6 Feet Under. Now, talk about a show that had a great ending. 6 Feet Under, what a phenomenal show. This show deals with the themes of death, and I just think the characters are just so interesting and intriguing. While for me they were kind of annoying, I still really enjoyed them. David, played by Michael C. Hall, is my favorite character on the show. David and Keith's relationship, some of the best aspects of the show. A lot of great side characters too, like Arthur, who comes in season 3. Bettina, played by Kathy Bates, is really great. Just a lot of heart in this show. Nate and Brenda's relationship, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that happens. Just a lot of great character building in this show, and really makes you feel and care. And this show feels so real and authentic. So coming in here at number 9, 6 Feet Under. Coming in here next at number 8, the show that took 2021 by storm, and that's going to be Squid Game. This was just a great show, very short and sweet, not too long. They're coming out now with a second season, which, I really like, but I wish it was kind of just a one-off standalone show, because I feel like that's what the creator kind of wanted at the start, but when it really blew up, they kind of wanted them to do a season 2, so they're going to be working on that. The Squid Game, wow, this was just a really good series. Something very original. This sort of competition of all of these people who are broke, and they fight in all these games that were interesting. Red light, green light, the honeycomb, the bridge game, and even the Squid Game, the final game. They're all just so great. The characters are so interesting as well. I've done a characters tour on my channel here, and I've ranked all the games from Squid Game. So if you haven't checked those out, and you really like Squid Game, I definitely recommend you checking those out. But yeah, Squid Game comes in here at number 8 on every show that I saw in 2021 ranked. Now coming in here at number 7, this was a show that was a little bit higher when I did the top 10 ranking on the podcast episode. That's going to be Dexter New Blood here. I still loved this show. I'm definitely a bigger defender of the finale than a lot of people. I didn't think that finale was great, but I don't think it was absolutely horrible, like a 5 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10, like most people are rating it. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. The rest of the season was phenomenal, but it does knock it down a little bit for me, that finale. I wish it was a little bit better, but still a great show. I'm still going to always love Dexter. I'll always come back to it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time and always will be. So coming in at number 7 here, we have Dexter New Blood. Coming in here next, number 6, we have Regular Show. This is probably my favorite show from Cartoon Network, and this is just a great, funny, kick back and relax show. The episodes go by really quick. They're only 11 minutes long, most of them. They do have specials where they are half hour long, but for the most part, 11 minutes. You can get through these really quick, and they're just really quick and easy. Really fun. A lot of the episodes follow the similar premise of, Mordecai and Rigby end up getting in trouble or causing a problem, and then they end up having to fix it, and chaos ensues. But I know that a lot of people don't like that because every episode feels the same, but for me, I absolutely enjoy it. I love all the characters, Muscle Man, Benson, Skips, Pops, Mordecai Rigby, High Five Ghost. It's just so great. If you want to show it, you can just kick back, relax, and enjoy some good humor. Check out Regular Show. Coming in here at number 5, we have Community. Now, Community is so great. I've actually really been having the urge to get back into it because I watched the first 3 seasons and the first episode of season 4, but I kind of stopped because, for one, I was watching a lot of other stuff, and 2, I've heard that season 4 is easily the worst season of the show, and I just really didn't feel like, watching and getting through it. But I've really been having the urge of getting back into Community and finishing it for you guys, so that when I talk about it on my channel at some point, ranking all my shows all time, I can go way more in depth after seeing the finale, because it is 6 seasons, but the first 3 seasons of Community are absolutely fantastic. Some of my favorite episodes and favorite comedic moments during this. Remedial Chaos Theory is my favorite episode of a comedy of all time. I love that episode. I've seen that episode over 10 times now, and I only started watching it this year. Such a great show. Love the cast on it. You know, Donald Glover, Joel McHale, Allison Brie, Yvette Nicole Brown, Chevy Chase, Jim Rash, Ken Jeong, Jillian Jacobs, and Danny Pudi. Just a great cast. Just love this show, and it comes in here at number 5 on all the shows that I saw in 2021. Coming in here next is a show that I talked about that I needed to see more of to put it up higher on my list. It comes in at number 4 here, and that's going to be Game of Thrones here. Wow, this show blew me away. I will say about Game of Thrones, it has the best world building of any show I've ever seen. I know that it's taken directly from books for the most part, but wow, what great world building this show has. It's just so great. You learn about all this nostalgic and lore of the series, you know, finding about all these different families and houses and all the past, and it's just so interesting. All these characters are so interesting. Has some of my favorite characters with Daenerys and Jon and Arya, but it also has some of my least favorite, like Cersei, Joffrey, Ramsay. So it has a mix of really good and bad characters, but just such a great show. Tyrion is my favorite character on the show. I love him so much. And yeah, what a great show. I'm really kicking myself that I didn't watch this sooner. It was definitely a great show, and it proved me wrong because, like I said, it wasn't a show that I thought I would be checking out because it didn't seem like something for me, but when I gave it a chance, it was amazing. It comes in at number 4 on every show that I saw in 2021. Coming in at number 3 here, we have Stranger Things. Now, Stranger Things was such a great show here. I'm so looking forward to season 4, and this show, talk about an 80s blast. You know, even if you didn't grow up in the 80s like me, it's just so great, you know, hearing about all these nostalgic stories and hearing these songs and just the way of life, the way they dress. It's so great. So much simpler times back then. And wow, this show is just so great. You know, the villains in it, the Upside Down, still intrigues me to this day. I still want to know more about it. 11 is one of the best female characters ever. She's probably my favorite female character in any show. She is so great. And then you have the other cast that work off of her. You know, Mike, Will, Dustin, and Lucas are really great. Hopper and Joyce are great. And then you have the older teens, you know, like Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan are all great in this show. I watched it really late in the game for me. I watched season 1 at the end of 2020 and watched season 2 and 3 in 2021. I'm so looking forward to season 4. Stranger Things comes in at number 3 on my list. Coming in here at number 2, I have The Wire. Now, The Wire, wow, what a great show this was. I ended up watching this with one of my friends, and it was so great watching it with someone else. You know, just such a great show. I love a lot of the characters on this show. You know, Omar Little, one of the best characters ever. Avon, Marlo, just so great. I love the gang or the street groups of the series. But you also have the police. I really like McNulty and Bunk. Greg's is great as well. Daniels. Herc and Carver have some of the best duo relationship. Lester Freeman's great. Just a really, really great show. Very witty, very great dialogue and scenes, and just it's so authentic as well. Just like I said about 6 Feet Under, it's just, you know, dealing with street life in Baltimore. It's just really great. Love all the characters for the most part, and just really got me hooked, man. Season 3 is probably my favorite season. I love the battle between Avon and Marlo, and of course, the shocking thing that happens at the end of season 3 is really great. That was one of the most shocking moments for me. I did not see that coming until it started happening. And yeah, The Wire comes in here at number 2 on my list. But coming in here at number 1 for every show that I saw in 2021 is going to be Prison Break. Wow, what a fantastic show this was. Especially its first 2 seasons are breathtaking, man. They're the best, some of the best seasons of TV you will ever watch. I truly believe that season 1 is the best season 1 of any show ever made. Season 1 of Prison Break is so freaking phenomenal. Just the characters, the dialogue, the attitudes, the acting, it's just phenomenal in this season. And then I know a lot of people aren't really big fans of 3, 4, and 5, but I still really enjoy those. You know, they're not as great as 1 and 2, but they're still pretty good for me. They're definitely watchable. And yeah, Prison Break, phenomenal show. If you have not checked it out, is one of my go-to shows, up there on some of my favorite of all time, easily in my top 10 favorite shows of all time. Prison Break, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. Such a great show, and you will not be disappointed, especially if you watch the first 2 seasons. But yeah, that concludes my list here of every show that I saw in 2021. I will be doing this again for 2022 as well, documenting every show that I saw. And I like to hear your list of every show that you saw in 2021, or just your favorites if you can't remember everything that you saw. So some of your favorites of 2021. Every show that I saw I liked. And for you guys, I'm always going to recommend you guys really good shows to watch, because it is not my thing on my channel to recommend anything bad or horrible or even talk about that stuff, because I feel like there's so much good TV out there that I'm going to be recommending you guys all great shows. And I believe every show on this list, all 18, has a place for someone to watch. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, leave a comment below of your favorite shows of 2021 and the shows you're looking forward to watching 2022. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.